Alright, I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. They have tried their best to come up with something new in the storyline, and I guess they have succeeded. The movie is out in the theater right now, and if you wanna get the best experience from this movie, you should go and watch it on the big screen. And guys, come say hi to me on Twitter. I like to have a heart-to-heart communication with my viewers about upcoming videos. Now let's jump straight to the breakdown. The story begins in the Yauja Prime planet with an amazing visual as a metaphor of how one predator becomes the prey to another predator. And there comes the entry of Predator Deck. He was looking for his brother. After entering the cave, he detects his cloaked brother. His name is Kawaii. Elder brother wanted to test the capability of his younger sibling. After a hardcore close combat, Predator Deck loses to his elder brother. Kawaii is still not happy about the fact that his little brother is not strong enough to be considered a valuable member of the clan. Still, he gives his little brother a gift, the notorious laser light. He tells that their next target is a creature named Kalisk on a planet named Gana. It has been considered to be the strongest predator on that planet. This is when their father arrives. This man is a misguided asshole and also a psychopath. The father interrogates why Deck is still alive. Deck was supposed to die for he is considered the weakest in the clan. He tells his elder son to execute his little son right in front of him. But all of a sudden, Kawaii had a change of heart, remembering that once in the past his little brother saved his life. He sends his brother into the spaceship. Kawaii dies defending his brother from their father. The ship gets auto-launched to the direction of the Gena planet. During the launch, the spaceship gets crippled and he hits onto the ground after ejecting himself. He takes out his gears, begins testing them one after another, and this is when he gets distracted by something from behind. He had no idea that a jungle tree was planning to eat him alive. He finds his gears to be stolen already, and then it gives Deck a surprise attack. But that half-vegan bitch had no idea what the hell it was dealing with. Predator then stops near a water flow to take some rest. This is when he finds out a small larva that is surprisingly explosive with its biologically made venom. He walks through a dark cactus field and gets to notice an android sitting on the top of a broken spaceship. Her name is Tia. Half of her cake is gone. She alerts Deck that these cactus trees spit numbing thorns that can make him unconscious within a few moments. After realizing the truth, Deck tries to run away while throwing his blade to Tia with the hope that she can help him, but he fails to get out of the field. When a dragon was about to eat him alive, Tia saves his life. Dude is confused as hell, thinking where the other half of the cake is. She describes that she is a property of the Wayland Yutanian Corporation, and she has lost her both legs after an explosion took place. She manages to convince Deck to help her to get her legs, and in exchange, she will do her best to help him hunt Kalisk so that he can go back to his planet with pride. Dude decides to fall into her trap, not knowing what was about to happen to him. He takes the girl and keeps walking through mountains, jungles, caves, waterfalls, and literal hell to find out her broken spaceship. He learns about these small fruit seeds that are the most favorite food of these eelfish-looking creatures. At night, they take a breather and Predator gets to find out that Tia has a twin named Tessa. She sacrificed her life to save Tia, but she still believes that Tessa might be alive. She is indeed alive, but brainwashed completely. On the next day, Predator finds out a bone bison, the most favorite food of Kalisk. Dude also finds out that the grass is sharp like a blade, so he just can't run to his prey for a hunt. All of a sudden, this little monkey girl comes out of nowhere, and trust me, this girl has got a bigger plot twist than you can imagine. This little girl is also looking for the same thing in the jungle. Dude gets full Predator mode to catch that bison while that little girl was also hunting for the same thing. Both of them get into a conflict of rivalry. This is when a bison charges at them in full force. This is just pure aura farming, man. Pure aura farming. A Luna bug catches them by surprise, but the little monkey girl saves their ass. The Luna bug is still alive. Predator runs after the Luna bug chasing that little monkey and eventually manages to tear apart its brain with his sword. At night, Predator enjoys his feast. Monkey girl spits on his face and Predator gets pissed. So Tia tells Predator that the monkey girl was actually marking Predator as part of his own clan. The next morning, Predator leaves the place only with Tia while avoiding the monkey girl. He claims that the monkey girl will survive on her own. They go near a waterfall and Predator finds out a tooth of Kalisk. He is now sure that this thing lives somewhere around. Predator and Tia had a small conversation and he learns from Tia about alpha wolves. According to Tia, an alpha wolf is someone who doesn't get the highest number of kills but rather considered the most reliable member on whom his or her entire family can depend. Predator used to believe that an alpha is selected based on kill counts. They then walk further into the crash site and Tia finds her cake lying on the ground. Tia puts her leg on the operation bed, connects herself to the cloud server and begins stitching herself. Predator doesn't waste any time. He lights up a fuel tank on fire. Kalisk Kalisk sees the fire and runs to the crash site. The first round of the fight sends Predator into the operation room, ruining Thea's stitching process. Dude eventually becomes successful in slicing the Kalisk only to realize that she is an ancient version of Deadpool and Wolverine. She can heal herself. This is when Tessa comes out of nowhere to catch both of them. She is the evil twin synthetic of Thea. Inside the vehicle, Tessa reboots Thea. She looks excited to find out her sister is still alive. But Tessa has changed. She has been brainwashed into believing that her company's interest is the most significant thing they should be caring about. This sisterhood is nothing compared to that vision. She tells her men to torture Deck to find out as much info as possible about their planet. This is when Thea distracts the guy into checking out his explosion gadget, saying that it contains a map about their Yaoja planet. Deck and Thea both knew very well exactly what they were doing, and boom. Tessa, realizing something was wrong, rushes inside and it was already too late. Thea helps Predator run away from the vehicle. Now Tessa will decommission Thea as an act of punishment for this betrayal. Deck finds back his broken spaceship. He is pissed that his brother died to save him so that he could prove himself, but now he is stuck over here. He finds his brother's bison mask, takes it on, and begins using all the deadly things he has found out until now for his next ambush, including the razor glass, explosive parasites, bison tooth, venom cactus, and those ill-fish-looking creatures. He also finds the monkey girl, and finally he runs to his destination along with his other half of the cake. The hunting begins. Dude basically uses the walking talking cake as a distraction and then sabotages each synthetic one by one. Tessa, on the other hand, was reporting back to her CEO and she lies about Deck. She says that Deck has been killed by their team and now he poses no threat. The cake eventually finds out Thea, and God, I'm so much in love with her. Both of them work together to neutralize the rest of the threats. Three of them unite together after a long time, and there comes the surprise. This little girl is actually a baby Kalisk, and that big one is her mother. Thea was not expecting that twist. Someone has set the alarm inside the facility. Tessa is now well aware of the fact that her facility has been breached by someone, and it is no other than Predator himself. Predator, on the other hand, pretends to surrender himself. Now this is called pure aura farming. Tessa comes back inside her motorized AMP suit. She now has the Predator laser. That eel-fish-looking creature saves Predator's life, sacrificing himself. The girl literally tries to slice him like a freaking pizza. Thea is trying to unlock the container where Kalisk has been captured, but she has to scan the retina of one of the guard's synthetics. When a guard begins to question her and her true identity was about to go exposed along with this little girl out there, she neutralizes the threat. On the other hand, Kalisk also joins the fight with Predator. She basically tears apart the entire thing with her bare hands. She eats Tessa, at least for now. Mother and daughter finally rebond. Unfortunately, that bitch Tessa is still alive inside this thing. She explodes out of Kalisk. She still believes that Thea betrayed her. Predator comes from behind and puts the last nail in the coffin. For now, the fight is over. Predator then goes back to his Yaoja planet and seeks for his cloak as a reward for killing Tessa. But just like an ideal psychopath, Deck's father tries to kill him as well. The old man had no idea that Deck has now more battle experience than he ever had. The old man eventually tries to lure Deck to spare his life in exchange of giving him his own position in the clan, but Deck sends his father to his elder brother Kawai. Deck finally gets his invisible cloak. The movie ends with a cliffhanger. It shows the entry of Deck's mother, but it was never portrayed either she plays the role of an adversary or an ally. I'm gonna watch this movie frame by frame to find out hidden details and Easter eggs. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.